So this is a little bit different from my usual content. I'm gonna rank every single song by my favorite band ever, Modern Baseball. For those who don't know, Modern Baseball is an emo band from Pennsylvania. They released 3 albums and are currently on indefinite hiatus, and I like them a lot. Hopefully we get more Mobo in the future, but in the meantime, go listen to Slaughter Beach Dog and Steady Hands, which are some other bands featuring different members of Mobo. I should note that these will only be songs officially released under the Modern Baseball name, which means no demos, no Brendan Lucan solo stuff. And yes, I'm sorry everyone, that does mean How Do I Tell a Girl I Want to Kiss Her is not on this list. But if it was, it would rank relatively high. I'll also count Phone Tag as a demo, even though it doesn't say it in the title, but it's pretty much just a demo of the song It's Cold Out Here. If I missed anything at all, please let me know in the comments. Let's get this thing going, shall we? I do not like them, so I am. This is absolutely hilarious, but it's 4.5 minutes long. Stranger Rises is just okay. I'm kind of glad it didn't make the final track list. Standing at your intersection. Intersection feels more like Slaughter Beach Dog than Mobo. I don't really come back to this one that much either. Personally, I think there's nothing really memorable about this track besides the sweet drums. Best Friend is short but sweet, and I think that's all there is to say about it. What If is a bit cluttered composition-wise. If anything, it just feels rushed compared to some of the other songs in the album. The Quark is Ian's only lead vocal song ever. It's okay, but other than a different singer, it just doesn't have anything that makes it stand out. This song is alright. I really like the background harmonies and that one part where it sounds like an American football song. It just feels like the chorus repeats itself a lot. The first half is kind of a mess, but the second is great and it gives me a bit of a Killers vibe. I really like the aggression here, especially Sean. I love the instrumental explosion. I just wish we would get to it quicker, but it's a nice build-up. I can imagine And Beyond playing in the credits of an early 2000s flick. To be honest, I think this should have been the closing track of the EP because of how strong it is. I love how this song serves as kind of a transition point on Holy Ghost, and Bren is absolutely fantastic on the song. It's a fun track, and it's still pretty relevant. Heads up because I'm always... I do wish Look Out was a bit longer, but that's what I admire about it. I'll start fresh with you. One of the more folkier songs by the band, even though I think it's one of the weaker tracks on the album, Jake is still very sincere and from the heart, which I appreciate. I love how the instrumental takes over the track in the second half. The chorus is great. I would argue that this is some of the best guitar work from the band. It really stands out here. Wait a minute, cuz I think Timmy Bowers works better as an outro for Charlie Black than its own song, but it's still hauntingly beautiful. He's been haunting my dreams. Even though it's only a short intro to the album, it's some of Jake's best lyrics ever. I really hope it did. Hope is really hard to listen to sometimes just because of how powerful it is. I think besides another track that appears higher on this list, this is the most emotional vocal performance from Bren, and it destroys me. Love the outro. It's beautiful. Pure, uncut chaos and a wave of mixed emotions. A lovely rendition of Redo that hopefully plays in the credits of a Mobo biopic.
disputing claims that you still.
This track really made me realize how much time we waste doing the things we're required to do. I think Jake sounds great here, easily one of his best songs vocally.
My baby's in Massachusetts.
The lo-fi aesthetic fits Mass surprisingly well. The title is also great. I'm a sucker for callbacks. Two Good Things has one of my favorite instrumentals by the band.
What could a lowly peasant being like my...
I love the bounciness of this one, and I love how sarcastic Jake is in the lyrics. The chorus is also really strong.
Blood, sweat, or all my time because
Every time I think of this song, I just think of Bren and Jake on that roof having a blast.
kicked out of the liquor store, but we're done.
A nice, wholesome ending to sports, and a great song to sing along to.
But I couldn't give a fuck whether you give a fuck.
It's amazing how almost a decade later, these lyrics are still pretty relevant. It's a relatable song about interaction and confrontation.
You're just another girl. I'm just another...
Short kind of reminds me of an early Beatles song for some reason, especially the chorus. It could easily be a track on a hard day's night. Bren really hits me hard with his delivery here. He's so great at portraying the emotion he's describing. Everything about this track feels so... what's the word? Warm. The drumming on this track is phenomenal, and I love the vocal layers on opposite sides.
Take the train to Frankfurt, I want it.
Hiding really sticks out from everything else on Holy Ghost just because of how peaceful the beginning is, and I love how it breaks out into this dominating earthquake in the middle. It's one of the more memorable moments from that album. An all-around fantastic song that showcases Bren's ability in an acoustic setting. Pretending we feel safe right here gets harder every day. What a lyric. Casket is fucking awesome. I love when Mobo do these like thunderous moments with their instruments, and this song is a great example of that. I have nothing but praise for Redone. I feel like it's unfortunately overshadowed by a lot of the other tracks on Sports, but it's phenomenal.
Why did I do that?
The tempo is my absolute favorite thing about this song.
Did you ever love me?
I heard this inside the mall once, and I will never forget it.
God knows I'd rather die than be dying is not a cliche.
Cook is really underrated. The instrumental is crisp, and I love how this band always experiments with multiple vocal layers like this. Relatable and catchy. I like to think of this as a Christmas song sometimes, and it's depressing as hell. Love the riff and the tempo. I get so hyped whenever this comes on my playlist.
My baby's in Massachusetts.
It may be just a rant about upstate New York, but I still think Mass is Mobo at their very best. I always sing along to the background vocals.
I hate worrying about the future, cause all my current problems are based around the past.
My first modern baseball song. The hook for me was that lyric, right there. It felt so detailed, yet so relatable.
You were the only one.
Love the chorus, love Sean's part, love the guitar solo. This track deserves its praise. The thrash particle is dark. You wouldn't expect the band to go in this direction lyrically or instrumentally, but I ended up loving it.
Don't call me now, I am in bed.
I love how specific Jake is whenever he's going into details on his songs. Also, the last verse is so great to sing along to. Whenever I listen to this, I always think of Bren and Jake singing it with Marietta on the couch. It's a classic.
The day started with a bloody drink.
This song really makes me miss my friends. It just feels so fun, and it reminds me of my youth in a way that not many other songs can do.
I can be every...
Pothole is the most vulnerable Mobo song. The mops of greasy hair will romanticize my despair is another great example of Jake's amazing songwriting skills. It is quite literally a heartbreaking breakup song.
Tell with the spins I'm staying.
Holy shit, this song is amazing.
Try to
When the band arrived on the scene, they came out swinging. Relatable lyrics, detailed descriptions, nearly all of the band's signature qualities are here.
It's all the same. It's time to...
An amazing ending to Modern Baseball, easily Bren's best written song. It's self-healing, it's hopeful, and it shows that there is a genuine human soul that will be there for you in the end. I'm very grateful this song happened, and I hope Bren is doing okay.
And I could not muster the courage to say a single word.
The tempo shift in Apartment is so surprising every time. The strum patterns are so well done and I never get tired of them. Also, some of Jake's most thought-provoking lyrics ever. This track feels like an entire album of its own.
All I can hope for is for me to get better.
Tears Over Beers is a perfect song. I feel so many emotions going through my head when they play this. Probably because it's so familiar to me. It may be the basic songwriting quip of I love you but you love someone else, but there's some kind of innocence about it that makes it so wonderful. The chord progressions are awesome, the drums are great, and the chorus is my favorite chorus in any song ever. Anyways, thank you so much. I had a lot of fun doing this. This was really hard to do. Because I like nearly every song from this band. Do you want to see albums? There you go. That's albums. Anyways, I'm gonna go cry to Pothole. Thank you so much.